guys, welcome back to the weekend roundup where we talk all things football, but mainly we talk about the Premier League because that's the best league in the world, and let's talk about the Premier League. Starting with that City versus Spurs game. Oh my god, where else could we start? Where else could we start? Look at the badge on my shirt. Where else would I start this week? Big week for United, yeah, but that is the best result by a long shot. What a game. 4-0 Spurs, and it was just a purely enjoyable watch. I was working, it was hard to watch, but when I was watching, I was loving every moment of it. 4-0. Obviously, City started well. You know, they had the chances to go on. Haaland had a few chances. Haaland threw away a few chances, but man, were Spurs better on the day. Spurs were miles better on the day. Kulusevski putting on a show again in midfield. I'm so smart. So about this last year about how Kulusevski plays like Bernardo Silva and how he can play like Bernardo Silva. I've compared a lot of Spurs players to City players in the past, talking about how if you watch the development, you can see how Spurs can actually develop properly and become a proper fighting team. Maybe not under Ange, but Ange Ball was working. 4-0. Obviously managed to get in 2 goals on his birthday. What a birthday treat that was. But yeah, Kulusevski was by far the best man on the day. Everyone was getting involved in the action. Even Timo Werner absolutely burned Kyle Walker, which is always great to see. It's bound to end at some point, so I'm going to enjoy this City downfall whilst it is happening. But maybe the players know something that we don't know yet. You know, the hearing of obviously the Premier League 115 charges hearing is currently happening, and we'll find out the outcome of it in January, we've been told. So I think the players probably already know how it's going and how it's going to go and where they're going to be this time next year. Probably not in a light blue shirt, I'm telling you that now. Arsenal then, let's keep it up with the fight for the title, shall we call it, because, you know, City aren't putting a fight up, but Arsenal weren't for the past couple of weeks either, but they did beat Forest 3-0 in very, you know, strong display. Forest have been a good team. Forest have been a tricky team all season for a lot of other teams. They even beat Liverpool at Anfield, showing, you know, there's only loss that Slaughter's had so far. Forest were the guilty ones for that one. Saka, a really good game. Odegaard, another good game. That Saka-Odegaard link-up, it shows how needed it is for that Arsenal attack to work. But Emery getting his first goal as well in an Arsenal shirt in the Premier League, he'd be very happy. I thought Tim had a really good game as well, filling it right back for Ben White. I thought the defence had a solid game. Obviously getting a clean sheet. Even no complaints all round. Where are we with the fight? And I thought I was in for a joyful hate watch weekend because Southampton were leading Liverpool 2-1 when I went to work, and then by the time I arrived at work, it was 3-2 Liverpool, and I was like, oh, you're killing me. And obviously it was Salah. Who else would it be to stage a comeback for Liverpool? Salah penalty as well to get the winner. What else would it be? Liverpool in a difficult spot. Of course Salah scores a penalty. Of course Salah gets a penalty. Obviously Armstrong missing his penalty but then scoring the rebound. I thought Dibbling was Southampton's best player by far. Playing the ball to Armstrong for Fernandez's goal as well. Winning the penalty for Armstrong's goal. The kid's brilliant. The kid is brilliant, and whatever lost in Southampton this year, Southampton will probably get relegated. Dibbling will not get relegated. Dibbling will stay in the Premier League because he is a talent that needs to be kept. Let's talk about some other Saturday results. We're going back to that last Sunday game in a minute because I want to speak a bit longer on that last Sunday game. Wolves beating Fulham 4-1. Obviously Fulham opening the goal scoring with Iwobi scoring a really nice just finesse. There was a lot of finesse goals. I feel like there was a lot of going on this week, but then the Brazilian masterclass started. Not just Cunha but João Gomes as well. Even Andre in the midfield cutting things up, but João Gomes and Cunha tearing apart the show. João Gomes with a goal and assist. Cunha with 2 goals and an assist. It was a really nice assist for João Gomes' goal as well. Like Cunha just, there you go, have it, you take it, pass it along. But Cunha, what a player he is. These podcasts talking about, oh, he's not worth 50 million. He's worth 100 million. He is class for Wolves. Yeah, on to the Brighton and Bournemouth game, another South Side game, and I thought it'd be a draw. I thought it'd be a dull affair, but Brighton had a bit more spice to it. Bournemouth couldn't add enough spice to it. They tried fighting at the end with a Kepa going up for the corner. He did actually get, you know, towards it, but nothing came from it. It is just down to Brighton. Brighton having a really good game. Another Brazilian running the show. João Pedro getting a goal and an assist. Matoma with a goal. Jorginho. I think Jorginho's actually really come into a new element in the Premier League now as well. Like when he was at Leeds, I thought this guy just not it. And then he's come to Brighton. I think he's doing all right now. Obviously he could be doing better, But I think for the role that he's playing in, alongside João Gomez, they're working together right now. They are working together right now, and that's all you can ask for, really, if you're a Brighton fan, innit? Leicester and Chelsea came up. Maresca going to his former team. I thought he was going to absolutely smack his former team all around the park, but it turned out to be the Jackson Enzo show. Jackson's shown how good of a striker he is once again, and showing like, you know, you're looking for another striker. Why? You got Jackson right there. He's young. Give him a bit of time. He is class. He's a class striker. And Enzo Fernandez as well. There's been a lot of hate recently for his performances in big games, which I kind of get. You know, you need to show up in these big games. I've already said, if we lose all the little games in the season but win the big ones against Liverpool, against Arsenal, against City, I'll be a happier man. I will be. Obviously, the result of this, Chelsea winning the game, Enzo Fernandez getting a goal as well, as I was saying, and then it's ended resulting Maresca's replacement has now been sacked. I don't know who Leicester can go for. There'll be a few little places you can look here, there, and left and right. I don't know who they're going to get. I can't really speculate right now. I'll probably have a look and see, like, ooh, maybe you, maybe you, maybe you. But right now, it's like it's only happened like a few hours ago for when I'm recording this. So, yeah, Cooper gone, and we'll see who they replace him with. They might, by the time the video comes out tomorrow, or today, however you call it, they might have a replacement ready and go. Villa and Palace playing each other as well, and Villa without a win now in 4 games following the suit of City, but now they're out of winning out of 5 because they didn't lose them, so it's not as bad as City, but they didn't win. 2-2 Palace could have won the game. I think Palace were the better team on the day, and I think that's just the story of how Villa's been going recently. They've been doing well in the Champions League, but not so good in the Premier League right now. They're kind of falling off a little bit. Watkins with a nice clean goal. And obviously it was Barkley winning ahead of him a corner, but I think Sarr had a really good game in the absence of Eze, being able to play more on the right, the way he likes to play. I thought he had a good time out there. Henderson saving a penalty as well. It's what Henderson does. When Gordon was speaking about it a couple of weeks ago about how in England, like the youth setup, they have like training to make you take penalties, to make England better at taking penalties. They must honestly have the same thing for the goalkeepers, because Pickford's been in it, Henderson's been in it, Pope's not bad at it, and Ramsdale's not even that bad at it either. I think there must be something in there, because, or something in the water at St George's Park, because England players with penalty saving, and it goes back to why wasn't Watkins taking a penalty? Watkins is a very good striker. He must want to be like Andy Cole, where Andy Cole like only scored 1 penalty in his 185 goals, where it was. I think Watkins should start taking penalties. Obviously, I just don't think Tielemans is there. I think Watkins, the striker, should want to take the penalties, and it always baffles me that when I see strikers not taking penalties. Everton Brentford, it was quite a dull affair, but it was one little bit with a red card for Norgard, the captain of Brentford, as it just stood too high. A lot of people say no, it's not a red card. If you look at it as a still image, right, which, you know, obviously VAR, they're gonna, his studs on his kneecap, it is a foul, right? It is a foul. He's gone in. He's not gone in recklessly. He's gone in to try and score. I get that, but in the modern day rules, it is a foul. It's disappointing to see as a foul, but it's a foul. What can you say? And then on to the final game of the weekend. What was it? Oh, yes, it is Amorim's first game as Manchester United manager. It started off really nicely. Rashford scoring within 2 minutes. The formation, when I saw the lineup come out, I was like, sweet, we are playing 4 at the back still. He's going to take his time to try and implement his 5 at the back. But no, he's gone full 4 straight away. He's gone to try and play that 5 at the back, despite he's not done it in the way that I'd want him to do it, right? He really hasn't. He's played Mazraoui as a centre-back, and then he's played Ahmad and Dalot as wing-backs. And then, yeah, it seems a bit messy the way he's trying to force it into right now. I thought Casemiro and Ugarte have been playing really well recently, but then Eriksen came in. It was a bit here, there, and everywhere. When we scored straight away, I was like, well, who am I to say? What am I to say? I'm not here to say anything against the manager. I like Amorim. I've liked his systems at Sporting, and I want to see him do well at United, obviously. But I have to say things, because obviously it's a football channel. We're here to talk about football. As I said, I think we had a good game, but we did give away a few too many chances for my liking. It's down to that midfield not having the energy quite yet. It was the same with Ten Hag, is the midfield not having the energy to play the way Ten Hag wants. The midfield doesn't have the energy to play the way Amorim wants. So we kind of got to ease our way into these situations, maybe playing Casemiro as one of the centre-backs and using him as a drifter like De Jong did for Ajax on the Ten Hag. It's great, isn't it? We would have done so well with De Jong in our team. It is what it is. It is what it is sometimes. But yeah, I think we was unlucky with a goal. Obviously, Ipswich had their chances to score goals, plenty of chances with Delap. Delap's a really good striker. Onana made some really good saves, again, as he always does, because he is the right man. He is the right man by a long shot. Some great saves all over. But yeah, we look at the goal. The goal obviously bouncing a bit off Mazraoui's head. It happens. What can you say sometimes? My team of the week, I've got to love Vicario. A clean sheet at the Etihad, and made some great saves against some great players. Yeah. And I've also put in my defence Ben Davies, obviously playing a centre back again, playing a strong game, handling Haaland quite well, getting the team. Alongside him in defence, I have gone with Pinnock, Timber, and Ashley Young, because I think they're all good games. Pinnock obviously keeping a clean sheet, Ashley Young keeping a clean sheet as well, and just being a solid force in Everton's defence. And then obviously Timber, and a really good game, playing his first game at right back, I think it was, in the Premier League anyway, at least, because Ben White usually plays there, and he's done well to fill in there, and I thought he had a good game. I went Kajust in midfield purely because of a tackle that he made against Garnacho, just last ditch, but done it clean. Kajust gets in there, and I thought he had a good game anyway. Szoboszlai in midfield, Liverpool's best player, and then Kulusevski, absolutely dominating the City midfield, has to get in here. I've gone with a bit of a mad winging option because I've changed the way I'm doing it. I used to play this there's 3 defenders, there's 4 midfielders, and there's 3 attackers, but now we've gone actual formation. That's why I've maybe picked someone over someone. I like looking at players going, I usually have a really good week, but I've already got enough players in that position. So I've not got Salah in his team despite scoring 2 goals. I've not got João Pedro despite I usually would have João Pedro in his team. I'd figure out ways to get João Pedro in his team. I'd figure out ways to get maybe Ahmad in the team. I thought I'd do a game out of position. But we've gone with Dibbling and Sarr on the wings because I think Dibbling and Sarr had really good games. Sarr obviously had a really good game for Palace away at Villa, and Dibbling had a really, really good game again against Liverpool. Liverpool, who top of the league right now. Yeah, Dibbling gets in there, and Cunha has to get in there. 2 goals and an assist. He's the man of the week for me. Is he? No, Kulusevski probably the man of the week for me. If you have to give to someone of the week, it has to be Kulusevski for the result at the Etihad. Easily. Cunha, he pushes him a bit though. On to the other league results. I'm just going to talk. We're not going to talk about every game, but we're going to talk about some games. And the Championship, a lot of the top games were a bit of a dull one this week. But Swansea and Leeds played each other, and Leeds took it right to the end. Swansea equalising in the 90th minute, but then Nonto a minute later after the equaliser, Nonto scores the winner to make it 4-3 to Leeds. Wish I was watching that game, but I was watching other games instead. Oxford and Borough played each other as well, and Oxford got smashed, that was the wrong word to use there, but smashed by Middlesbrough 6-2. What a game that would have been. And then Plymouth versus Watford, another Wayne Rooney game, 2-2. Not too bad for Plymouth themselves. Let's go on to La Liga. Real Madrid winning 3-0 with Mbappe, Valverde, and Bellingham getting the goals. Mbappe, get involved in the goals again. Valverde captaining the side. He's very proud to captain the side as well. He's very happy with a win as well. A goal. He's had a great day, Valverde, captaining him. Atletico beating Alaves with Soloff getting the winner there. And then Celta Vigo drawing with Barcelona, dropping more points for Barcelona. I'm sure Real Madrid fans will be very happy about that one. On to the Bundesliga, it was Leverkusen 5, Heidenheim 2, as Schick scored a hat-trick for Leverkusen, and they, find a bit of form that he was at last year. It's nice to see him revamp a little after I was probably digging Xabi Alonso a bit too much in the last weekend roundup, but maybe you watched, maybe gone, I need to prove CMDB football wrong. Dortmund 4, Freiburg 0. Hoffenheim 4, Leipzig 3. Hoffenheim with a big result there. They've been low down the league this year, and Leipzig been pushing Bayern. Bayern will be very happy Hoffenheim done that for him, because Bayern Munich won 3-0 against Augsburg with a Harry Kane hat-trick as he's pushing on for more and more goals. He even recreated the Bundesliga logo, which you kind of got to rate. On to League 1, PSG winning 3-0 against Torino. Toulouse. What am I talking about? Toulouse. It's because I'm about to speak about my favourite league in a second. Monaco beat Brest 3-2. It's a good win for Monaco. Obviously, Brest pushed them in the Champions League last year. Monaco needed that win there. And then Marseille beating Lens 3-1, back to winning ways for Marseille and De Zerbi's man. On to my favourite league to talk about is the Serie A. I love talking about the Serie A. It is a really great league to watch. If you're looking for a new league to watch, I advertise to you the Serie A. Como getting beat 2-0 by Fiorentina as they push up the table as well. Napoli beating Roma in Ranieri's first game. Lukaku scoring the only goal against his former team. Sad to see. It's sad to see. Lazio beating Bologna 3-0 Inter beating Verona 5-0. Turam getting a brace in that game, showing their strengths into there, just flexing a little bit, aren't they? AC Milan played Juve, the two heavyweights of Italian football. They've been a bit dormant the past couple of years, obviously, past 2 years, I'd say. But yeah, Juve still unbeaten with a 0-0 draw there. Still unbeaten. 13 games into the season, or 12 games into the season. 12 games into the season. I'm sure Juve will be very happy. I'm sure Thiago Motta will be very happy with that. And it's going under the radar that, I feel like someone unbeaten this far into the season shouldn't go with that under the radar. But yeah, Juve are currently on for an invincible season, even if they won't win the league, because I think this next team I'm going to talk about will win the league. Atalanta winning their game 3-1 against Parma. I do think Atalanta, I said this in my prediction video the other day, I might actually make one for YouTube and just talk you through it, because I really think Atalanta are going to win the league this year. It's going to be a tight one. I think Inter are the ones going to be pushing. I think Napoli will eventually fall off. But at the end of the day, Conte is managing Napoli, and it's what Conte does. Conte wins the Serie A for fun. So it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a really interesting Serie A season. That's why I'm telling you, go watch the Serie A. But I do thank you for watching, guys. This is going to be the end of the video, guys. I do thank you for watching. If you like the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, because I'm on channel every single day. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers.